Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Miguel.
This is the Didn't Anyone Mention podcast. What do you got for me today? Welcome back.
God damn, it's been a minute. Yeah, it's Sam was telling me it's been 2 months since we made an episode.
It's been May, and it's July.
Yeah. First off, we want to say we apologize. And things kind of got crazy. Things got out of hand.
Yes, we went on our cruise, and then
Shit just got crazy.
it got so busy. I got a new job. Our daughter was just like hitting growth spurts / going through changes. I mean, turning one is crazy.
Yeah.
So, and then, yeah.
But we haven't forgotten about you guys.
No, we never.
But we got to thinking, yeah, Sam told me it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Or 2 weeks, 2 months. And then one of our listeners, Jackie, said we should say something.
Yes.
And then my other listener, Steve, you know who you are, Steve. He said, hey, where the fuck are new episodes? And
actually...
And my mom,
yeah, she was
said,
like, where are they?
She's like, I can't clean without these episodes. And I said, you can. You did my whole childhood. But I didn't want to tell her that.
Now she's going to hear that. So.
I know. But... things just got crazy. Things got ahead of us.
Yes.
But we just wanted to address that right at the front. Anyways.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about it at the end.
Yeah. So we'll talk. We're going to go into...
I don't know what this episode is. I feel nervous for some reason. It feels like my first episode.
I feel like I need a speed talk.
I know, but we can calm down. We can.
Okay. We just missed you guys, so we're just feeling a little...
yeah.
A little...
we just miss you guys.
Antsy.
Anyways. Also, shout out to Andrew on YouTube.
Okay.
Andrew, he's a fisherman, but he's been pretty much our YouTube guy. So
that's awesome. Well, hey, thanks, Andrew. We kind of split the load on like workload. So Instagram comes to me, and then everything else Miguel does.
That's right, babe. Anyways, let's get into it.
Edits,
we'll talk more about
that if you're curious. But
so, what do you got for me today?
Body parts.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So there was one that I found, and then I was kind of researching it, and I thought of it because I knew of it. But we're gonna start off with, do you know who Mary Shelley is?
Yes, she's the author of Frankenstein, isn't she?
Dang, dude, that is crazy. I couldn't remember that when I first heard her name.
The only reason I know that, man, I listened to a podcast just recently, and they were talking about Mary Shelley and Frankenstein.
So do you know what I'm going to say?
20% chance that I do.
So, I'll get into it. We already said body parts.
Mary Shelley, huh? Yeah.
She wrote Frankenstein.
Yeah.
They say that Frankenstein was really based off of her childhood trauma, pretty much.
That's new to me. That's kind of wild.
That's, yeah. But anyways, she was mourned. She was born to Mary Wollstonecraft Goodwin.
That's his name?
That's Mary.
Wait, Mary's name?
Mary Wollstonecraft
That's her name?
No, it goes longer. Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin. Gosh, I'm like combining
That's
all
her
the
name?
names. Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Yeah, I'd make a fantasy book too about myself.
So, I guess Mary named her daughter Mary. But
original.
Okay. Well, she did die right after her daughter was born.
Okay.
So, apparently she she was actually a famous feminist.
Really?
Yeah, so she was a pretty big feminist.
This
was 1970 or 1797. Dang.
1797.
Yeah.
Huh?
I almost wanted to say 1997, but that's not correct. So
25 years, huh?
25
25 years after the USA.
Yeah, it was
instilled.
1797 is actually insane. But
I'm gonna say they were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, so and then her dad, William Godwin, obviously he got the chill name. He was a poet and an activist. So pretty intense parents.
Wait, so her mom was a feminist and her dad was an activist?
Yeah.
For what side?
Do I remember? Do I have it in here? I can't remember.
Was it Republican and Democrat back in the day, or?
I don't know. I don't know why I wouldn't have that, but I'm guessing it wasn't Democratic or Republican quite yet, but he was just like writing all, so they were both big writers. So it was kind of like it made sense that Mary would follow in those kind of footsteps. So I guess that's the gist of it. But her mom died almost 2 weeks, so it was 12 days after she was born.
Man, that sucks.
But Mary, obviously she never met her mom.
Right.
So she just read over all of her writings over and over and over again. And she was it sounds like she was not obsessed, but she was at her gravestone all the time. People say that her stepmom, so her dad ended up remarrying, but her stepmom was like, I'm not paying for this girl to go to school. So they say, wise tale is that she learned how to write by tracing the letters on her mom's tombstone.
I don't know about all of that.
Yeah, so...
And I learned how to read. I don't know where I was going with that.
We all learned how to read.
We did.
Except for... Also, I indulged myself into A Court of Thorn and Roses. So if you...
That literary porn?
Shut up! Why would you say that?
It's what it
is more than that, okay?
You're right.
Because
it's hardcore porn.
It is not. There's some spicy scenes. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But it is beautiful, and just saying, Farrah doesn't know how to read. So
Farrah doesn't know how to read.
Yeah.
But she knows how to get yuck. Anyways,
as you literally said at the
continue on.
You say at the beginning, yeah, my mom listens to this.
Yes, my mom does listen to this, and she's gonna be like, she's probably gonna hit me the next time she sees me with a wooden spoon, like she did when I was a wee little laddie. It's okay, I have tough skin now. I only cry in the closet.
Oh my god. You're making me laugh too much. Okay, anyways, we're gonna speed forward to when Mary's 16.
Okay, hold on, let me get this right.
Okay.
Mary Shelley, the author. Her mom died 2 weeks after she was born.
Yeah.
Her dad had remarried into...
I think it was only 2 weeks. I can't...
2 weeks after the mom died?
Yeah, okay. But maybe... I might be wrong. But
Jesus Christ.
I could be mixing stories. But he remarried. Either way, he remarried.
Okay. Well, we'll go with 2 weeks after the mom died.
Well, okay, but that might not be correct. So I could be mixing up my stories. So
okay, we'll give it 2 months, maybe. Bro works fast, and...
Oh, wait, no! Okay, I remember.
Okay, tell me.
Mary's... Wait, no, I'm mixing it up.
Okay.
Dang it. We've gone through too many now where I'm mixing up the stories.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to go with 2 months because...
Oh, wait. Okay, I remember why.
Okay,
why. Sorry, I'm going back.
Take two.
Take two. Stop. Hand signals, Miss Rachel. Anyways, what had happened is that at 16, Mary ran off with her current husband.
That's 16?
Yes, they eloped. She was 16. He was older. I can't remember how much older. I think he was 25.
Mr. Bridgerton.
Stop.
That's what I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah, so they ran off. They got eloped. He was already married, though. And then after the current wife died after 2 weeks, they physically got married.
Okay. That makes things more interesting.
That's where I'm thinking. I was like, maybe I'm mixing up stories. No. It was because she ends up becoming Mary Shelley, and that's because she marries Percy Shelley.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, yeah, we got this right. 2 weeks after her mom's dies.
She doesn't elope. She runs away. Sorry, my bad.
2 weeks after she's born, her mom dies. She lives her life. She's 16. She runs away with...
She's an angsty teen.
With an angsty teen, Percy Shelley or whatever. Mm-hmm. Her dad marries her stepmom, and she's like, no, we're not going to pursue her career. We're not going to pay for her school. Continue.
Yeah, because how she met him was apparently he, like, frequented the household because he was, like, one of the intellectuals that was working for Mary's father.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Yeah, so.
Intersexuals.
He just found himself, like... You know, he just fell in love, you know? He was passionate, intelligent, blah, blah.
Goddamn, girl, you're 14.
16.
I'm gonna wait 2 years to marry you, girl.
But I guess, weirdo. Like, the dad was like, bro, this is messed up. We're keeping you guys apart. And that's when they ran away together.
Oh, wow, so romantic.
Yeah, so...
They couldn't run very far in their buggies. Gotta feed their horses carrots and shit.
Anyways, let me he was worried about Mary's reputation, obviously. Like, he is a guy who writes about everything. Like, he's an activist. Like, he obviously... Like,
the dad was?
Yeah. Yeah. So he was worried about the reputation, and then, like, their kids. Like, he's like, dude, you guys are just gonna be, like... You're gonna be a laughingstock. Like, if you guys run off, he's already married. Like,
I see where
just remember, like, yeah. He's like, dude, you guys are dumb. So, either way, the wife ends up dying. The current wife ends up dying. They end up getting married a couple weeks later. As, like, I think they went on a trip or something, and they were like, oh, wouldn't it be so funny? Because she was published at, like, 11 or 12.
Mary Shelley was?
Yeah.
So or I guess like, Mary, whatever her last name was. She probably
Mary
was Shelley.
Yeah, yeah. She wasn't Shelley at the time, but Mary.
She was a published author.
She had a poem published.
God damn, that's impressive. I gotta say, that's the most feminist thing I've heard today.
Yeah. So, feminism. She. Either way, she wrote this, and then Frankenstein was kind of. They say it was inspired by her trauma, but what had happened is that they were, like, all out of like, she had friends or something that were like, what if we wrote ghost stories? And that's how, like, she, like, got into kind of that gothic, because she obviously started that trend, like, the horror and gothic trend.
Yeah.
They were like, what if we wrote a ghost story? And that's how she, like, was like, I like this. And then she kind of got into Frankenstein.
So was Frankenstein... I don't know if you know this, but was Frankenstein her first gothic novel? Or was that the only one that caught on?
I think that was her first author.
You think or you know?
It wasn't... It sounds like it was, because it wasn't a success right off the bat. Like, she had to try... multiple times, and after 5 years they finally, like, did it, and she was recognized for gothic work. So it sounded like it took a while.
My guess is that the church went crazy about it.
I mean, in what, 1818? Yeah,
1818. So that puts her, well, 1770. What'd you get? 1796.
She was only 25?
When she tried to publish.
25. Yeah, 25.
When she tried to publish Frankenstein?
Well, what, this was, company finally, they finally agreed to pick it up in 1818. But they said that the author had to be anonymous.
1818? That timeline doesn't add up.
1797?
This is when she was born, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. For some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason.
I was like, do I know how to map?
Yes. No, that's right. That's right.
Another 5 years would go by before she was able to see her name on the book. So it took 5 years for her to be able to say, bye, Mary Shelley.
Why do you... Is that everything you have?
No, I have some more.
Okay, continue on. I have a question that I'm going to try to remember.
Well, no, just ask it.
Why do you think it's so popular now then? Why do you think it's so popular now?
Because it was the first. We wrote, I think that there was so many books on what we know, or history, or of like romance, or whatever. Like, nobody really wanted to go into the dark stuff.
I remember reading Frankenstein in school. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't remember the teacher's name, to be 100% honest, but I remember reading Frankenstein and I was like, okay, this is... It's not like, it's not
great.
It's not
Don't
great.
Get me wrong.
But I remember...
in 1818?
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize the history of it until I was like 8 years older. Mm-hmm. And I recognized the name Mary Shelley because of Frankenstein and how kind of crazy it was. Mm-hmm. Because I mentioned it on a podcast a little bit ago. Yeah. It's kind of crazy that you're bringing it up. But, like, there's certain books, I think, in our curriculum that's...
They're a little outdated, but I think it's only because they were one of the first.
Yes.
I think it's only because it's one of the first, but think about Stephen King. Stephen King is, like, spooky. He's spooky, bro.
I read a book from him a little bit ago, and it wasn't that spooky.
You read a book. You listened to a book. What was it?
Motherfucker, it's the same shit.
Either way, what was it?
It was... I can't remember the name of it, but it's
You can't even remember? Come on.
I can't. No, I can't.
Dude, your mom would be disappointed. She likes Stephen King.
I know.
Her and I both.
I think it was The Weightless Man or The Invisible Man or something like that.
I have seen that movie. I haven't read the book.
But it's a dude that
wears a coat or wears a suit. Yeah. Okay,
maybe I got it wrong then. But it's this. I read this book. It was about 4 hours long, and then it was another 4 hours, a different half. But I didn't read that. I didn't listen to that part. But it's a story in which a man he's like in a condition where he continued to lose his weight. Oh. And nobody believes him or whatever. Yeah. And he continued to lose his weight. But if he like works hard or runs or whatever, he loses weight faster. Like his metabolism is too much.
Oh, I don't remember this. So maybe it's different.
Maybe. And he was like a 280-pound man. Mm-hmm. And towards the end of the book, he gets down to like 20 pounds, 15 pounds. But his muscle mass is the same. So he's like, when he walks or jumps, he jumps 20 feet. Or in his house, he has...
Is this a Stephen King book? Mm-hmm.
I've read it. When he's in
his
house,
one of the good ones.
This was a good one. I liked it.
I get. Okay, you just said you didn't like it.
I did like it.
Oh, okay.
Did I just say I didn't like it?
You were like, eh.
Or are you being a freaking bub? Anyways, we'll continue on. This is a different story. Continue on.
Anyways, okay. Well, if you want to
continue on, lady.
Feminism. So, homeboy Percy Shelley. He was lost to sea. He had went through a storm or something. His body washed up. His friends found him.
Isn't that
They were like, you know what? Let's burn his body. Like cremation. They're just cremating him.
We found him. Let's burn his shit up.
His heart didn't burn.
No way, it didn't.
It didn't burn.
Really?
So it was like a boating accident, but he died at 29.
29?
29? Please, we quote it too much. Please know what we're talking about. So he was cremated, but for some reason his heart wouldn't burn. They say it was like a medical condition where pretty much it like the calcium like can practically make your heart like it can turn to stone, like all the calcium and stuff. So that's why his heart didn't burn.
They got an explanation for everything.
But homegirl kept it.
She kept his heart.
She kept his heart for over 30 years.
Really?
not until she died and her kids had to go through her stuff did they find it in a silk little scarf wrapped in a love poem in her desk.
God damn, Gacy would be proud.
I would totally keep your heart.
You would keep my heart?
Yeah.
That's creepy as shit.
Oh, okay, I guess not.
Just throw me in a fucking river.
Okay. Oh, also it was with her other children that have died. The locks of their hair.
That's...
So Mary's a little creep, you know?
I give that 40% creepiness.
Do you know that a lot of people keep their kids' like first haircut locks of hair? And they put it in like a scrapbook?
No.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my parents only have one picture of me.
My mom kept my teeth.
What?
Yeah, when you lose your teeth.
I think my mom kept Mateo's teeth.
Mateo's, but not anybody else's?
No.
Not even Soul's?
Maybe Soul's.
Maybe Soul's little foot cast.
Oh, I remember my dad telling stories about Soul's little foot cast. Yeah.
I know, because she had a club foot, so they broke her foot.
I remember telling my mom, if you're listening to this, just know I'm not hurt by it. I'm fucking devastated. I'm just kidding. Kind of. I don't think there's a lot of memory of me in that house.
I know, it was so...
Don't say it's so
I'm not
funny.
saying...
Don't say it's so funny.
I remember when I asked your mom for like a picture of you.
I know.
It was the one picture I already had.
The one picture. Yeah, I know.
But maybe it's just her favorite picture of you. That could be it too. When you were a baby, that's just her favorite picture.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's easy to pick a favorite when you have one. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is you're the middle child, so sucker.
It is true.
I'm the oldest girl.
In the middle.
So
the oldest girl. I know. Santoya has it nice.
Yeah, she's
she's
also the first grandkid. Actually, I wasn't the first grandkid on both sides.
You weren't?
I was only on one side.
Who's the other side?
Carranza.
Who the hell's Carranza?
Grandma and Grandpa Carranza.
Yeah, but
Shannon, Jeanette.
I've literally never met them.
Well, Jeanette and...
We'll continue this. We'll continue this later on.
Yeah. Anyways,
let's finish the episode.
Anyways, but... There you go. You have Mary Shelley, who kept her husband's heart. And I would try to keep a piece of Miguel, but apparently it's weird, so F you.
I know the piece of me you can keep.
Santoya. You're right.
My ring.
Oh, that's a little... Okay, it's fine. Whatever. Anyways, I have one that I know you're gonna know about.
Okay, tell me.
Damn, I already forgot what it's called.
Damn, maybe you don't even know about it.
Chronologically, I don't know. I can't remember.
Chronologically. Cryogenically.
Yes, Frozen.
Yeah.
Do you know who we're gonna talk about?
I need more details.
Their head.
Cryogenically frozen their head. I really, really, really want to say Jeff Bezos.
No.
But give me the first letter.
D.
These nuts?
No, Disney. Walt Disney.
He has his head frozen?
Bro. Okay. Disney on Ice.
There's a 0% chance that's a euphemism for Walt Disney having his head frozen.
Okay, I got a couple of conspiracies for you, but
conspiracies? Mm-hmm. Goddamn.
Disney on Ice. Sorry, our cat is just on one today. Disney on Ice. You think ice skating, like people dressed up?
Ice skating?
No.
Yeah.
Apparently, when he died in 1967, people
That's a very suspicious year.
Oh, is it? He dies at the age of 65, December 15th, 1966. So technically, it's like a couple weeks after.
Mm-hmm.
A tabloid that comes out saying that they snuck in to the St. Joseph Hospital where he died, or directly where like it was like across from Disney Studio. And
in Florida?
Yeah, or no, Disneyland. So this would be in California.
Okay.
Where he was treated for his final illness. The story went that the reporter diagnosed. What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
He disguised himself as an orderly and broke into the storage room and saw the deceased Disney suspended in a cryogenic, is that what you said? Cryogenic metal cylinder, just his head.
That's a little strange. Yeah.
But there is literally no facts. There's no actual evidence. There's nothing that actually supports this. I would just like to point that out.
To be fair, there was no evidence supporting MK Ultra, or there was no.
They say he's under the castle at Disneyland. There is full tunnels underneath Disneyland, so the cast members can get through.
Yeah, everything's a possibility.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go on the record.
Okay. You're gonna go on the record. Damn.
That says that technically there is no actual evidence, but they said they predicted that he would be thawed out in 1975. Obviously, that didn't happen, but they said his burial spot was a freezer stored beneath the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Pequot, which is a part of the ride or part of the experimental prototype community of tomorrow. Which Epcot, I don't know if you know what Epcot is, but it's like how we would all live together cohesively, like in like the future. Like he
was like. Is that what it sounds? Is that what it stands for? Yeah, experimental.
Yeah.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah, so
that's Disney really creepy.
He was like big on like how we will live in the future and be like as a community.
I feel like a lot of people were probably then.
Yeah, so that's how he was. He wanted to demonstrate to Americans how we would live, work, and survive in the future. So, either way, he apparently like had like a Sunday show that aired every evening that he recorded. And they say what was weird was on his last show, he, like, addressed the, like, other people, like, the people who were, like, airing it and stuff, his colleagues. He, like, addressed them, like, you need to worry about the future. You're going to do great in the future. Like, he was just, like, very ominous where it was like he knew he was going to die. So that's what people made him think that he kind of, like, planned his death. To where he maybe did something so he could be brought back later. But his daughter was like, in 1972, she was like, there's absolutely no truth in Walt Disney wishing to be frozen. I doubt my father ever heard of Cairo.
How old was she when he died?
I don't know how old she was, actually. We could look it up, though.
How old was she when she made that statement?
Yeah, here, let's look it up.
All right, we'll pause it. And we're back.
So was 39, so she's
pretty old.
Yeah, she's...
Not pretty old, but, like, she's...
Coherent.
She's
not, like...
Obviously.
Yeah.
39-year-olds are pretty coherent.
There's, like, all this... Not data, but, like, facts of, like... By the coroner who signed, literally, that he got cremated and everything. Like, there's all this evidence that says that this hasn't happened, but... There's also a little bit of conspiracy, literally just hearsay, that Disney created Frozen. You know Frozen.
Oh, yeah.
Let it go. Love that movie.
Let him go.
But they say
him go.
They say that they created the movie to stop the rise in searches / the craze about Walt Disney freezing his head. So now when you look up Walt Disney Frozen, it comes up with Frozen instead of his head.
I gotta say, this is quite compelling.
Mm-hmm.
Disney Frozen.
It's Walt Disney, yeah. So, like,
Yeah.
Disney... If you look up, like, Disney Frozen, it will come up with Frozen. The movie. Not his head anymore. Since 2013.
That is quite compelling. And I wouldn't put those two together. But now that you mention it... Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not uncommon for, top agencies to fake somebody's death and give them a new persona. Mm-hmm. Although freezing them in order to make them live longer off of kids' cartoons, that's...
It's not even kid cartoon. Disney, look at what it's become now. It's massive.
What is it? What is it now?
What do you mean, Disney? Look at what Disney has created. Marvel.
It's not created. Let's get the facts straight.
Okay, not created.
It's not created.
But what they have taken ownership of.
Taken ownership, what it's consumed.
Well, look at Disney Plus, Disneyland, Disney World. Look at the Disney craze. Like, you have people who are Disney adults.
Let's remember this, because I have something else to say about all this after we finish.
Okay. Either way, that's what I have. That's also apparently a James Bedford actually did... What did I say? Cryogenically froze himself in 1967, which, if you remember, he died in 1966, and people say that a few weeks later, in beginning of 1967, he was frozen. But James Bedford actually did. He was the first one to freeze himself, and he's still frozen to this day. But
really,
that's it. Yeah. And then about
you're gonna wake up like Captain America.
About 250 people have frozen themselves. Froze. Thank you. Froze themselves, and there's about 1,500 people signed up as of wherever I found.
Jeff Bezos on that list.
They have found that those people are signed up to freeze. It costs about $200K to freeze yourself for the future, and then if you only want your head, it's actually only $80K. So,
dude, honestly, I'm all about saving.
Low-key might be cheaper than a funeral. Let's be honest.
This is the end of the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's it all. Closing thoughts. I gotta say. So Frankenstein, we started with Frankenstein, ended with Walt Disney. The idea of keeping body parts and mixing them together is not uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
You know who made it popular? Take a guess. Mr. A.H.
A.H.?
A.H. You know who it is? 1940.
What? Tell me.
The Third Reich.
What? Just tell me.
Mr. Adolf Hitler.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it.
Experiments on putting people back together.
Oh, that's right.
He would transplant heads, but you know I don't know who the first person was to do it, but they successfully moved two different species, right? They cut off the head of one monkey, moved the head of
Poor monkeys, man. They always got the short end of the stick,
I know.
let's be honest.
They moved one head of a different species of monkey onto the other, and painstakingly, a doctor stitched them all back up together, but they couldn't attach the spinal column.
Well, yeah.
So the monkey actually lived for the first day. The monkey was awake and alive, but it was paralyzed. Couldn't do anything. But it was awake and moving, and it was eating, drinking water, whatever it was. And on the third day, it died. So 3 days, it survived with just a head transplant. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane.
Think about, I want to do a whole nother podcast on this, but it's kind of depressing. Like the experiments they did on Jewish people during the Holocaust, like especially twins.
Twins, man. Oof, they've really got the rough end of the stick on that one.
No.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
Back to what were we talking about where I said I had another point on this? It was Walt Disney. Fuck me.
Oh, I was saying like Disney adults. I was saying how much Disney makes and how much they have made money, and they're such an influence now. I don't know where you were going to go with that, but...
Oh, subscriptions.
Oh,
that's what I was going with. For a little time, I remember growing up, my parents, we had cable, we had DirecTV, and I was like, damn, we really got it good. And then we got rid of it for like Netflix.
Yeah.
They were the big name, whatever it was.
Netflix literally put Redbox out of business.
They
put everybody out of business.
Yeah. And now there are so many streaming services where it's, I think we pay $60 or $70 a month.
You think so? I would like to think it's less, but I wouldn't doubt it.
No, I think we pay probably close to $60 a month on our streaming services.
Which is crazy, which is exactly how much like
I don't know how much cable is, but at this point
I thought cable was like $80 to $100.
I honestly
I would not pay for cable though, because then you wouldn't have all the things that are now Disney Plus originals or Netflix originals, and those are like all the things everybody's watching anyways, and I want to watch them, like Bridgerton.
So what is cable? Like, I think eventually there's going to be one service that comes out that's going to be
it's just going to go right back to cable.
100%. Mock my words. What's going to happen in the next 5 years?
Well, look at what what Disney's doing.
Yeah.
They combined Hulu, ESPN, and Disney.
Yep. They're going to be like, in 5 years, they're going to be like, oh, just pay for our service. It's only $40-$50 a month, and you get...
everything.
You get everything.
Yeah.
What the hell were we doing 40 years ago? The exact same fucking thing. It's the exact same thing. You know what else is going to come a big thing? Landlines. People are going to be like, I don't want to tie my personal phone into everything.
Yes.
I want to have one line where everything is. Oh, you're original, motherfucker. You're original. Yeah, it's going to be a goddamn landline. That's what it's going to be. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
You cracked me up.
No.
You cracked me up.
What else? What else is going to be? Oh, I don't know. What's blowing my mind these days is people are buying these brand new houses with, they're saying it's, what are they labeling it as? Easy landscaping? Motherfucker, it's rock.
Low-key, it's not easy landscaping because you gotta pull weeds.
Yeah, because they use I swear to God, they use tissue paper as a landscaping fabric.
They use the 1-ply TP.
Yeah, they do. They go to the cruise ships and they're like, what do you use?
Dude, a half-ply. Dude, the cruise ships use half-ply. Oh my
goodness. Anyways, thanks for listening to us rant.
Yeah. Well, what, I mean, is there anything else you wanted to add? Is there...
Oh, to our 2-month escapade.
Yes.
So...
Life's busy.
We want to continue doing this because it's just fun.
But I think we will take an off season every once in a while around the summertime, just because
it is so busy.
Life naturally gets really busy, and like also work gets busy. So like personal life and work life both kind of take off in the summer.
Yeah.
At least with like around the holidays and stuff, and like Christmas, or I would even say winter time. It's just work that kind of gets busy, and not both. It's just during summer, it's just both get really busy, and we are physically so exhausted all the time. But we also want to make sure we're giving you guys quality stuff and not just half-assing.
I'd rather whole ass.
Yeah. We ain't whole half-ass, we full ass.
Yeah. So if you don't hear from us till, I don't know, September, we're okay. We want to continue putting episodes out, but we want to put out quality episodes.
Yeah, we just want to make sure it's good stuff and not just crappy stuff, because you guys deserve better.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys in the next one, whenever it may be.
Yes, stay fresh.
Stay nasty.